Hello dear students, and welcome to lesson 3 of the mini course. In today's lesson we are going to make texture plates, because I really think that when you have unique tools you will get unique and beautiful results. So I strongly encourage you to use polymer clay to make tools, to use them with polymer clay. I hope to surprise you with my technique. So we are going to use the texture, the embossed texture of shoe soles, and I'm not talking about high heels. I'm talking rather about boots or sneakers or running shoes. I'm using in fact scrap clay, and I'm using the scrap clay from yesterday's project, and I encourage you to use scrap clay to make texture sheets. And I'm going to use the shoe sole of my boots. And I applied a little bit of water as a release agent, and then I just used my fingers to press the polymer clay sheet into the textured design. And I'm keeping it in place with one finger while the other finger is pressing the clay into the embossed texture. And then I switched my fingers, and then I used a roller to roll on top of the design, and then all you have to do is lift off the design. Then I decided to use a spiral stamp to add more interest to the design, and then you'll just have to use your blade and remove the excess clay. I intend to make a mirror image for this pattern, so I will do the exact same steps to make the texture plate. I used water as a release agent. I used my fingers to press the clay into the textured design. I used my dotting tool to roll on top of the polymer clay, and I'm going to use the same stamp to create an interesting design. I don't know, it has an Art Nouveau feeling to it, at least for me. And because I have two pieces that I'm joining together, I am going to put them on a base layer, because I'm not quite sure that if I only join them together and use them to press them well into the polymer clay, I'm not sure that they are not going to fall apart. So I think it's better to use a very thin layer of polymer clay underneath, and then press them into the base layer and press them into each other as well. So I passed the scrap clay through the pasta machine, and then I pulled on the clay, because I really want a thin layer, and I want to be able to place these pieces on top of the base layer. And then I'm just carefully aligning the lines of the pattern, and then I'm pushing them into each other. So I'm pushing on the sides to force the pieces to join in the middle, and then I used parchment paper to press them into the base layer. And then you'll just have to use your rigid blade and cut off the excess clay. I am going to demonstrate for you a second design, and this time I am going to use the shoe sole of a sneaker. I forgot to mention that you will have to clean a little bit the shoe sole before using it, especially if you are using light colors of polymer clay. And I don't know, you don't want dust or I don't know, or impurities trapped into your beautiful texture plate, so it's better to clean the shoe sole before using it. And now, of course, you can use your tools to add more interest to your texture plates. I really think it's worthwhile taking the time to tweak your designs and add your spin on your designs. So you can also use stamps to add more interest to your texture plates. I don't know, you can make lines, you can doodle on top of them. There are really plenty of possibilities to play with this texture plate idea. And then when you are happy with the look of your pieces, you can bake them for 40 minutes at the temperature recommended by the polymer clay manufacturer. Let them cool down. These are the baked pieces, and I'm going to show you the result of using such polymer clay texture plate. It is very important to clean the polymer clay texture plate after using it, because if you have polymer clay trapped inside the design, the next time you will use your texture plate, the polymer clay will stick to the raw polymer clay. So it is very important to clean the texture plates after using them. So this time I'm using black polymer clay that I have previously conditioned and passed through the larger setting of my pasta machine, and then I pressed the texture plate onto the polymer clay sheet, and I applied a lot of pressure. I used the roller as well, and then you will just have to use a piece of fabric or tissue papers to wipe off the water. And then I used the Flamingo Pink PearlEx mica powder, and I'm going to play a little bit with mica powders to enhance the look of the design and to make it possible for you to have a better look of the end result. Then I applied a little bit of True Blue PearlEx mica powder. You might want to wipe your fingers with baby wipes in between colors. And then I finished by applying Perfect Pearls in gold color. I'm just adding accents in different areas. And then I'm going to use a cutter to cut out a part of the design that I particularly like. And I'm going to use the blade to lift off the piece from the working table. And so here's the demonstration of texture plate made with polymer clay and the shoe sole. And of course, as always, you can use your tools and add more interest to your pieces and make them even more beautiful. I really like to do this for my pieces. I don't know, it's relaxing, it's creative. I am going to demonstrate as well the second pattern, let's say the Art Nouveau inspired pattern. I put the scrap clay into the pasta machine. I use the largest setting again. I'm removing the excess clay. I'm applying water as the release agent, and this is very important. And then I'm just going to press the texture plate. I use the roller, and then you can use some fabric or tissue papers to wipe off the water. And I'm going to use the same colors to enhance the beauty of the design. But before, I decided to use a sponge to add more texture to the piece. You can use a toothpick to do this kind of rough texturing on top of the piece. So I'm using the same colors. I'm using Flamingo Pink from PearlEx. I'm going to use True Blue in some areas. And I'm not wiping off the colors from my finger, and it's okay for me if the colors mix a little bit. I always like mixing colors, so it's okay for me. But you might want to clean your fingers or I don't know, your paintbrush in between colors. And I finished by adding more interest to the spiraling design using gold PearlEx, and I used a baby wipe to wipe a little bit of the color. I thought it was too intense. And so here was a demonstration of the project. I hope that you like this idea. I hope that you will implement this technique into your work with polymer clay. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow in tomorrow's lesson.